All right, good morning, people. Good morning, good morning. Let me just fix this here. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Let me just fix the background music. Cool. Just make sure you guys can hear me all loud and clear. Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Good morning. Good morning. What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday, guys. The weeks are flying by. Big sell-off on gold yesterday. Very big sell-off on gold yesterday. Let me just move this here. Would like to take a trade, but Dakota made a horrible trade. I followed and blown account. That is not Dakota's fault. That's your fault. Dakota didn't take a horrible trade. He took a trade and, you know, as part of his rules, and, you know, he followed his plan. That's why there's a risk disclosure to say that these aren't signal classes, man. If you risk your whole entire account on a single trade, then, you know, there has to be a level of responsibility, unfortunately. Loud and clear. Awesome. Thank you, man. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. If any of you guys are new here, my name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the past 7 years, and we mainly focus on gold futures here in the European session. So good to be back with you guys. Yeah, I'm glad you said it, Logan. Good to be back with you guys. Happy Thursday, everyone. We've been on a bit of a wild run this week on gold. Gold had a pretty decent pullback yesterday. I'm just trying to move this mic around here, guys. I'm just trying to, my wire's stuck. Let me bring this. There we go. Awesome. Let's move this up. There we go. There we go. Welcome back, everyone. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everyone's having a good week in the market so far. Let me just have a quick look at the fundamentals before we do anything. Where are we? Let's have a quick look. Let me just have a look, see what we have actually scheduled in. Let me just have a look at a report on gold, because gold did have a pretty decent sell-off yesterday. There was some trade optimism from the recent US and Japan tariff deal, which triggered some profit taken on gold. Weak US Treasury yields, and intraday is bearish. So we are in for an interesting day on gold. To be honest, it was nice to see gold have a bit of a pullback yesterday. Oh wow, look at that. Interesting. But in terms of scheduled news, we do have PMI today, guys. We got PMI a little bit later in the day, 11:45 my time. What's that London time? Let me just have a quick look at my London calendar here. What do we have? So we got a lot of European news coming out today, guys. Any guys who trade the euro, 8:15 London time, 15 minutes after London Open, we do have French PMI, 8:30 London time. We got German PMI, and then 9:30 London time, we have manufacturing and services PMI for the pound as well. So we got a lot of European news coming out this morning, and later on in the day, 2:45 London time, later on into the session, we have US dollar PMI as well. So we got lots happening in the markets, guys. Gold having a very nice sell-off. Where did we sell off from? This huge liquidity gap in 34.50, which was actually a very decent drop. What's going on here? What am I missing? Yeah, it was nice to see. You know, it was nice to see gold having a bit of a pullback. You know, we were at that all-time high resistance. We just needed a fundamental catalyst to give gold that pullback, which was that US and Japan trade deal. Gave NQ a nice spike high yesterday. Gold having a decent sell-off. So we are much more neutral on gold today, as opposed to, remember, yesterday we were just very much looking for longs. Well, we're a lot more neutral today. So we'll have a look at NQ, guys. We'll have a look at gold, ES, copper. We may as well have a look at some of the euro pairs as well. We got London Open in about 20 minutes as well. So yeah, we got lots to jump on, but yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good week so far. Gold's been on some pretty amazing moves, to be honest. We've seen a lot of volume on gold this week. A lot of good volume as well. Lots of beautiful volume. Anything you guys do want me to break down, feel free to send it in the chat. You know, we'll work our way through. We'll start off here on gold. We'll see what we get for the London Open in 20 minutes. And yeah, we'll look at some other markets. We'll look at crude. Yeah, we'll look at crude. So yeah, let's have a look here on gold, guys. We're having a very decent sell-off on gold here in the Asian session today, which is quite interesting because, you know, we had this very nice bounce yesterday. Very nice bounce yesterday off this all-time high resistance. 3450 is a huge level. 6 wins on gold this week. Thanks to the lane from you. That's amazing, man. Amazing. Yeah, gold's been huge this week, guys. Many good trades on gold this week. Just so much volume. So much volume, especially after a week like last week where it was pretty quiet. You know, you stay patient during these weeks. You maybe take less trades than these weeks. You know, you're getting good setups, you know, a couple of times a day, which has been amazing. So you've seen gold have a 1,000 tick push up. And then from yesterday down today, we're back down, you know, 750 ticks. There's like 1,700 ticks worth of volume on gold in the past like 3 days, which has just been incredible. Now, weekly time frame here on gold, guys. This weekly is going to be very interesting. Look at this. Look at all of a sudden, you know, we've never really closed and held above this even 3,400 level, especially not on the monthly time frame. To me, you know, like I said yesterday, you know, we do still have, I think we have one more. Let me just have a quick look at the calendar. Let me just have a look at the calendar. I do believe we have, so we got today, tomorrow, and then up until Thursday next week, which is kind of the final couple of trading days on gold. And it's going to be very interesting to see if this monthly, you know, coming into this month, I was looking for a decent pullback here on gold. And it's going to be interesting here on gold, see if we actually hold resistance and we even close, you know, this monthly could easily close all the way back below 3350. That's my kind of next support level, which is higher time frame resistance as well. So potential shorts down into 3350 on gold, maybe even back down to 3300. Looking like some pretty interesting levels. Let me just close the window. There we go. Let me just have a look at my currency chart here before we do anything. Nice current support being formed on gold. Previous 4-hour lows. So let's have a look here, guys. Let's have a look at the weekly time frame. Weekly, you know, looking like this could be a big liquidity grab. You know, we spoke about 3,400 and even 3,450, you know, last week as well. So now could we be having a pullback back down into 3,300? Maybe come down and spike out some weekly lows into next week. Yeah, maybe it's a big level. You know, there was the US and Japan trade deal, and there's also a lot of profit taken around this all-time high resistance. You know, you got to imagine anyone who's buying gold from down here, when we had this much larger, higher time frame head and shoulders, you know, where are they taking profit? They're taking profit at this all-time high resistance, you know, huge resistance. Every time you've closed above, the next week's literally closed right back below. Daily. Every time the daily's closed above, right back below. Close above, right back below. Above, right back below. So this is huge resistance, which even still to now is getting respected very well. So decent sell-off to come towards the end of the week on gold, halfway through the week, you know, midweek. Monday, Tuesday can sometimes be the false move of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's when you can sometimes see them reversals on gold, which, you know, looks like we're playing out pretty well. Now, the interesting thing is here on gold, there were some lovely sells in Asia, but look where gold is right now. We are still back down at this major resistance level. Look, big support here in June, big resistance in July, resistance broke above it. So are we going to hold this and have a bit of a pullback, or are we going to close back below and see a deeper retracement? I personally do believe we're going to see a deeper retracement back down to 3350. However, that doesn't mean you still can't see intraday bullishness to come for a bit of a pullback before then doing something like that. And on an intraday perspective, you know, buying off this support, you know, you could still see a 200 plus tick pullback before seeing some overall swing sells. So intraday buys here on gold look pretty interesting. Let's have a look at the 4-hour here. Very nice 4-hour support, tagging previous 4-hour lows. So coming into London so far, I have a intraday bullish bias. Bearish bias in Asia, bullish bias coming to London so far. Hourly time frame coming down, liquidating some lows down here. Look at this. This is very nice, guys. If you hold back above the support, this could be an hourly liquidity grab. You could see gold have a bit of a pullback. Even if, you know, gold pulls back to these Asia breakout levels, from where we are right now, yeah, it's 140 tick retracement. That's a very, very nice range to be able to trade here today. Asia, you know, here broke below 3,400, held it as resistance, and had a very, very, very nice sell-off today. Really nice sell-off on Asia today. 150 plus ticks on the cards, which was beautiful. So now that we have had this decent pullback in Asia, maybe we range a little bit, and I think retracement plays here on gold could be interesting. I think gold buys here in the London session could be nice. Like I say, not necessarily looking for a full-blown reversal, but even for an intraday pullback into this 33.90 level, to me, looks good. Yeah, 15 minute. Yeah, trying to get a 15-minute fake out. I would say, given that every single time frame is bearish, you would probably want to see at least an hourly closure, which this hourly closure would also give us the pre-London move being done, and we could also maybe get that London open push. So as long as gold holds here and is liquidating these previous hourly lows, I want to be buying here in London. I'm not really too interested in sells. I do like sells on gold, but for the hour and a half that we're on here for, I believe either a bit of a range in here or pullback. Pullback into 3,400 looks pretty nice to me. Let me just have a look at the currency chart. So currency chart is looking like we have seen London all week on the 4-hour time frame. If I just show you guys this, where are we? Here. So 4-hour time frame here on the currency chart, it's kind of looking like we have been looking all week. You're tagging previous 4-hour lows and instantly starting to reject. Almost every single time frame this week at this 4-hour candle has grabbed lows and reversed. Here, grab lows and reversed at this current hour, grab lows and reversed at this current 4-hour candle. So could we be grabbing the lows for a bit of a pullback here? Maybe we'll see. We'll see. It's looking interesting. I like the way this is trying to find some support. With the London Open in 12 minutes, you know, we may wait for that. We'll see. Let me just see. Yeah, I think a 30-minute fake out at a minimum would probably be what I would want to see. So we kind of have some clear intraday support being formed here. Support, broken, resistance. So until we close back above, you know, we're not here to predict the markets. We're here to react. Well, if we close back above, we could react to some very nice longs. And if you wait for the closure back above here, from here to here, 100 tick range. I'll absolutely trade 100 tick range here this morning. The reason you want to wait for a fake out is because Asia has been selling off. You know, Asia into pre-London 250 ticks. That's a very, very decent sell-off. And look, the sell-off doesn't just, you know, I know sometimes it's easy to think the markets move so fast and you're going to miss the move. But look at this sell-off. You broke below the support, you pull back, and then you continue shorting. Well, same thing for the longs. We're not just going to rip out of nowhere. We're going to break above, we're going to get our pullback, and then we're going to get our trade. Fantastic. NQ, yep, we can have a look at NQ. Silver spiking high, big bounce. Nice. Yeah, we'll have a look at silver. Have a look at all markets. Copper's going nuts. Really, let's have a look. We have a look. So yeah, I think we should. I think the smartest decision here, guys, would be to wait for this. Wait for this London Open. No, I like pullbacks here. I like pullbacks on gold. You got daily support. Daily support. You got 4-hour levels, previous 4-hour lows, intraday fake out. You know, that's enough for us to take a stab at some longs. So we'll see what we get here for today, guys. I think this, if we do get a 30-minute fake out here, to me, it is absolutely worth a shot. How did the 15 close? Yeah, I mean, there's risky entries here, but I don't want to take risky entries, not before the London Open. I'd rather see these close above it and see if we get these longs. This is also previous 4-hour lows here as well. So tagging previous 4-hour lows. To me, this 4-hour could easily flip bullish and come for a deeper retracement. Silver going, silver spiking high. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I don't really look at silver too much, but oh yeah, look at this. Very nice. So silver's kind of doing what we want gold to do already. Came down, grabbed the lows, holding the support, breaking back higher. This is very nice. Silver's already having a pretty decent bounce there. Oh, look at this. Now, I don't think we looked at copper yesterday. But remember, guys, we were calling copper longs from Monday even into last week. We spoke about copper longs from back down in 550 to come up and fill in this wick. Look at that for a move. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful range there. Probably a nicer swing opportunity. Look at that. Huge. It's a 7% return on copper. A 7% move off a 5.5 level. That's a very... 8%. That's a very, very, very nice bounce. Hey, Jamie, what's going on, man? Welcome back. I don't, like I say, I don't really day trade copper anymore, but for swing trading, we've had some great trades on copper. Swing trading buys off that 550 level is very, very nice. That was a very nice play, and we spoke about that beforehand as well. Yeah, let's have a look at NQ properly. We've got 10 minutes until the London Open, guys. 10 minutes until the London Open. Crude about to reverse. Let me just let's have a quick look. I like crude for swing longs. Oh, you're kind of really pushing. I like crude for swing longs. We were talking about buys off 65 yesterday. I think you're going to see crude come for a deeper retracement of this massive sell-off. I think you're going to come and retrace a lot more of this. I like crude longs. We'll break down crude on an intraday time frame in a second here as well. Let's have a look at NQ. Let me just watch my currency chart here on gold, guys. Let me look at this. Yeah, I don't know what that is. So very actually remember yesterday, guys, we spoke about this pullback on NQ. We spoke about the pullback into these lows. You ended up actually coming back much lower. And where did you come back into? This beautiful liquidity sale. That was actually I didn't stay up to trade this. This is, what time is this my time? Because sometimes I look back at these moves and NQ and I'm like, man, it's almost worth staying up late. What time is this my time? Where are we? So these buys came in my time. Yeah, 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Absolutely beautiful buys my time. Right into that New York Open. What was so nice about this trade is upside targets here, which actually still haven't been hit, which is still nice. Look at these. Still got these highs up here. As long as it hasn't been grabbed on ES. Look at this. Huge bearish closure. Came down. Grabbed these lows. Closed bullish. So you've confirmed that you're holding support. You've also had your nice liquidity grab. Hourly morning star play. And an incredible push up. Even if you just bought this hourly candle, you know, that's an almost 100-point trade. It's absolutely amazing. So daily closure, gold starting to flip bullish on this 15, guys. I am watching gold here. I probably want to see this hourly closure, but yeah, very, very, very nice daily closure here on NQ. Super simple as well, guys. Look at this. You're still, you know, again, this is why higher time frame is so important. Yeah, I spoke about them lows in NQ yesterday. Yeah, we did bad. Yep, we spoke about the shorts for a pullback. I don't really think there was a good. Was there a good short? Yeah, there was a nice short here, to be honest. I mean, this would have been nice short grab highs, closed bearish. New York Open came for an extra liquidity grab and then re-broke the lows. So maybe if you took the break the lows, that would have been a good short. But yeah, we did speak about that. We did speak about that pullback on NQ yesterday. Before then, tagging the lows, huge, massive push back to the upside. But you still want to be going long. Again, kind of similar to gold is like, you know, people see one bearish candle and think, oh, you know, this is it. This is the time for the big reversal, time to load up some big shorts. And then before you know it, you hold support and you continue pushing. Like I've kind of said for quite a while now on NQ, any pullback opportunity is just more buying. The amount of times that we've seen a daily close bearish and then get completely reversed is crazy. Like you can see it here. Bearish, reversed. 2 bearish candles, reversed. 2 bearish candles, reversed. Bearish candle, reversed. Bearish candle, reverse. Bearish candle, reverse. Any pullback opportunities on NQ, I think have just been great dip buying opportunities. You know, on the higher time frame, I can see NQ coming for a steeper pullback. You know, all the way back down into 22.5. But on the higher time frame, there's absolutely no reason to think that just yet. Look how strong these weekly candles are. You know, you don't want to be fighting the markets just because you saw one daily bearish candle. You want to be following the markets and making your life as a trader as easy as you can. And to make your life as a day trader as easy as you can, you want to be looking at that higher time frame direction. Gold's we could get some really nice fake out buys here soon on gold, guys. So yeah, gold's looking gold's looking good. How we got 5 minutes till the London Open. I'm watching gold here on my currency chart. Yeah, lots of earnings as well. Yep, Google had great earnings last night as well. Google had a very, very nice push. Very, very nice push. So we still haven't tagged these highs from the 21st, which is interesting. You got a nice bullish closure yesterday. I do think you're probably going to start to create a bit of an aggressive range here on NQ. But for intraday trading, let's have a look. What we got? So we got a nice double top sitting above there. If we bring this, remember that buy level we spoke about yesterday for price retracing at 23.30. You could pull back, maybe back down into this level. What's this at 36.5-ish, anywhere around there. Previous support broke, huge resistance, massive sell-off. So if we could pull back down at these levels, this could be more buying opportunities. My toxic trading trait is going against daily bias, thinking the trending market structure is liquidity that needs to be grabbed. Toxic trait. It's very easy to do, man. Like I say, it's okay to think something's going to happen, but you know, we're not here to be paid off what we think is going to happen. We're paid to trade off what we see. So, you know, kind of same as gold. Although I think gold's going to be a 30-minute fake out. You know, it doesn't matter what we think until it actually closes. Then we can kind of react off that. But I mean, NQ is different to gold in the sense that it's not one that you want to, you know, you don't want to be fighting the higher time frame bias. Because if you get, like even here yesterday, if you get too fixated for shorts and you forget your daily bias, you just miss these simple continuation dip buy opportunities. Because that's all it is. It's just pull back to grab liquidity to continue pushing higher. Especially when something like NQ has been as bullish as it has on the higher time frame as well. Literally since like back down here in April, just been insanely bullish, insanely bullish. Lower time frame here on NQ. Oh, look at this nice liquidity grab here, holding that VWAP, coming for a bit of a sell-off. So you could see some sells on NQ here in the London session, maybe back down into 23.40. 23.40 it's not quite what it is. 23.340. Pull back down into this level before then getting bought back higher. Now this is already having I feel like a lot of the times NQ does have some nice pre-London moves. Like look at this for a nice liquidity grab here. Look at this, beautiful. Came up, grabbed the highs, held that VWAP, re-breaking the lows. Like man, look at this. How much is this? It's like a 25 point sell-off here pre-London. This is nice. Very, very nice. What up, man? What up, man? What up? 110 ticks on pre-London. Ooh, nice, man. Your strategy, clarity, and charts. Plus volume works. Nice. Some of the guys use volume as well, man. That was a beautiful short. Lovely short, man. 110 ticks is incredible. Thanks, Aaron, for your help. No, amazing, man. Heard that your trading is good when it's boring. Same setup, same rules every single day. Yeah, that's amazing, man. Absolutely fantastic short, man. Beautiful short. Very, very well executed, man. You're also following the higher time frame bias, which is amazing. Amazing short, man. Well done. 110 ticks on a Thursday morning is incredible, man. Appreciate you sharing as well. That's what we like to see, man. So top wicks on NQ at the London Open, and then I would say continue selling. Only for a retracement trade. Before then, you know, you look for the overall longs. We got London Open here in 2 minutes, guys. Let's have a look at gold. Looks like we could be getting a nice fake out play. Yeah, the Dow, yep, absolutely. Oh, Michael, nice. 12 risk to reward. Huge, man. Huge. Smashing the risk to rewards. Look at this on gold. To me, guys, this is looking like a great 4-hour morning star potentially shaping up here. I mean, it's only 3 hours in. But again, what's important here, guys, is the timing of this 4-hour candle. So what I say to you guys, the timings of the candles are very, very important. If this 4-hour in the first hour is pushing down, well, we can kind of say if this, let's say if this current 4-hour was going to actually close bearish, well, there's not much of a top wick, so you'd expect the hourly to come up first before then pushing down. But if this 4-hour opens and instantly pushes down, then what could this be? This could be the bottom wick of the 4-hour. To see this, come for a little bit of a retracement. So I'm really liking the look of buys here, guys. Stops may be quite big, so I may trade micros here. Because it's gonna be a trade you kind of have to give a little bit of breathing room. 50 ticks, so maybe trade like 5 risk 250. See if you can, you know, squeeze this up much higher. I don't know how high we are gonna come, but I can see at least back into this 33.90 level. London Open in 1 minute here, guys. 1 minute. We'll look at some other markets as well. Anything else other than gold that moves good during Asia and London that you found? I find gold to be the most consistent, to be honest, man. I mean, you can look at NQ. I know Dakota gets some great trades in NQ in slow markets, but I personally find gold gives good enough setups. I don't really need to think about anything else. I mean, I took a great NQ Asia trade yesterday, and that was in Asia. Yeah, I don't know, NQ and gold. It depends though, because they do move. I'm gonna take a buy here, guys. I'm gonna take a buy here. Instant bottom wick on this hourly. I'm gonna trade micros here, guys. I like this fake out opportunity. So what we're kind of seeing here, hourly came down, grabbed the previous lows. You're also at previous 4-hour lows. To me, this 4-hour looks like it can flip bullish. You have a 30-minute fake out. You have a nice, not the 1 minute. You have a nice 15 breakout as well. So again, I have to give this a little bit of breathing room. But to me, if this 4-hour can you hear me? I don't think so. Are we back? We're back. Sorry guys, my internet, I don't know why my home internet just sometimes just randomly drops out. Apologies guys. Are we back? You guys hear me? Zoom's back. Is YouTube back? Back. Cool. Thank you, man. Apologies guys. I don't know why my for some reason my home internet just sometimes randomly drops. Apologies guys. If it's still a bit funny, you may have to refresh on YouTube. Yeah, it's that Australian internet. So yeah, I was just showing this 4-hour here on the currency chart, grabbing previous 4-hour lows. I'm looking for this 4-hour to have a bit of a pullback here. I'm not looking for a full-blown reversal here, guys. I just like gold to come for a retracement, you know, even back up into these areas maybe. What I like here is this hourly's holding support. We have a 30-minute fake out. The only barrier that I will be wary of is this. I want to see price break this. Otherwise, you know, we can maybe manage soon. I keep stocks maybe risk around 200. See if we can play this up for a potential, you know, 500 maybe. Nice 1 to 2.5-ish. The trade is mainly based off, yeah, the higher time frame. Someone just said, using the higher time frame has made a big difference in my trading over the last few weeks. Big thanks for that tip, Aaron. Paul, that's amazing to hear, man. I ran through the same struggles when I started intraday trading coming from swing trading. I thought, you know, you have to be zoned into the 5-minute, which, don't get me wrong, I get some great 5-minute trades. Like this is probably a good 5-minute stop soon. But again, the 5-minute is only good to trade once the higher time frame has, you know, presented something good. My worst lower time frame trades are when the higher time frame hasn't quite confirmed the move. So sounds going crazy, really? Oh no. It says it's good my side. Not so much over the last fatigues. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. You can't hear me? Zoom's good. YouTube's not good. Sounds fine. You guys on YouTube, you may have to refresh. Apologies, it did just cut out, but you may just have to refresh. Zoom's good, yeah. The music's too loud? Okay, I can turn it down. No issues, my hand. Cool. Is the sounds good. Refresh. Cool. No, it's fine. Cool. I'll leave it. Couldn't even hear music. There was music. Oh yeah, I just playing some background jazz for you guys. You can't hear the background jazz going on? Turn up a little bit. Cranking the background music. What was I saying? Yeah. So yeah, high time frame is the most important part. I can't. You know, not that I. Not that I can't trade. No, sorry. So the first time when I started, because like you guys know, I came from a swing trading background. So when I first started day trading, I thought, you know, you got to open your charts, go straight to the 5-minute and try and pick direction. The 5-minute is great, but purely for execution only once the higher time frame has shown me its cards. And if the higher time frame hasn't shown me its cards, then the 5-minute is just noise. I'll only drop down to lower time frame once my higher time frame has confirmed the move. That's why I always say to you guys, you know, the 30-minute and hourly closures on gold are so important. And, you know, sometimes it does require a lot of patience. But you don't always have to be glued to the charts. You know, when I'm not on stream with you guys, if I'm waiting for like a 30-minute close, you know, I'll look at the time right now and I'll go, oh, okay, cool. It's 5 minutes past the hour. Let me walk away for 25 minutes and come back at the next 30-minute close and see if it's you know, given me more sense of direction. And if it hasn't, then that's fine. I just wait. And that's why I don't trade during times like this. You know, I wait for the 30-minute to confirm the moves, and then, you know, I'll fire up my charts, I'll jump to the lower time frame, and then I'll look to take my trade. The Whoop gives us an update every time we jump on. You spent 10 minutes in the high stress zone today, the majority of which came from outside your sleep. Tap in for a detailed breakdown. Thank you, Whoop, for the update. So you're tagging previous 5-minute highs here, guys. Previous 30-minute highs. I may manage. There's not a whole heap of volume here. I'm going to risk about $100 here. Yeah, so what I'm kind of looking at here is, let me actually just show it here. Again, because gold has been selling off non-stop since the Asian session, I still want to manage a little bit. The only time frame that hasn't confirmed yet is the 4-hour. Hourly here, grabbing the lows. The only thing is, we did just tag previous 30-minute highs. So that's the only reason for me to manage here. Just tag 30 previous highs, you're having a bit of a pullback. If we break the highs, great. But like I said, this is a big barrier to break. So we'll look to manage soon. If we come anywhere near these lows, guys, here I'm gonna bring my stop. I'm gonna risk about 100 here. Risk about 100. If we do come back down for a steeper bottom wick, but then we break this level later on, then I maybe enter in full size above here. This is the reason I'm only going half risk here. Only going to entertain a potential coaching position or talks from it from seasons 4 or 5. Maybe one day, man. Maybe if Topstep want it, you know, maybe we'll do it one day, man. It's not really something I've. Yeah, look at this big resistance being held here, guys. I may close soon. May manage soon. Big 15 resistance that we couldn't quite break yet. Yeah, wait, I'm going to close 60. I'm closing minus $60 there, guys. Minus 60. I don't want to hold that trade. Look at that big 15 resistance. I was hoping we would break it. Minus $60 is good. I'll take minus 60. Let me go back to full size here. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day, Greg. Maybe one day, man. Well, I can't. Well, not with that performance. I'm gonna wait for a 15 closure above here, guys. I want to see a 15 closure above. That's the reason I was trading smaller size. It has been pushing down for the whole entire Asian session. So we did just also tag previous 30-minute highs. Let's leave the trade on and see how it would have gone if we didn't manage. But where did we get in? So we got in around 380.8. 380.8, and my original stop was gonna be here. So let's just see if we hadn't managed. The reason I managed is because we tagged previous 30-minute lows. 30-minute highs. As soon as we tag previous 30-minute highs, that could be a potential liquidity grab for us to have a bit of a pullback. So that's the reason that I'm managing here, guys. Not because you're being aggressive. It's because you literally just tagged these highs and pulled back quite aggressively, and that can be a potential reversal sign. And we haven't really broken out that much just yet. I think a closure on the futures above 82s could be nicer. And if we do get a closure above 82s, then I'll probably enter in full size. Could it reverse at TP if it doesn't break above? Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. That's kind of what I'm trying to work out here in gold. I'm more so looking at this 4-hour, and I'm trying to see if this 4-hour is going to hold this big support, and just play this range. All we really do in London session is play from range to range. This is kind of the range that I think makes the most sense to work for here in the London session, which is about 100 tick range. I mean, yeah, that's, again, even when I'm using the 5-minute, in the back of my mind, all I'm thinking about is my high time frame closures. It's what, and again, you guys see me jump through timeframes quite quickly. I also don't really need to. Like in the sense that if I'm watching the 15 here, and, you know, if this 50, let's say if the first 15 of the hourly closed bullish and the next 15 closed bearish, in the same 30-minute candle, I know that that's going to be a strong wick rejection, if that makes sense. So let's see. So I'm trying to picture how does the higher time frame look without me even really needing to go on it. So let's say we're at the open of the 30-minute candle. The first 15 closes bullish, and then the next 15 starts to pull back a little bit, closing bearish. Well, then I know on the 30-minute that's going to be a strong wick rejection. If we break back above here, guys, we do have re-entries. I just want to see price close back above here. Price close back above here and hold above this, and we'll get right back in. Let's have a look at let's have a quick look at NQ. I think gold's still going to shape up for here, guys. We just have to be a little bit aggressive with the management because we have been selling off non-stop in Asia. Nice little liquidity grab here, having a bit of a pullback. But again, guys, it's not about being, you know, like I said to you, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about being wrong and being wrong fast. Look how small the losses are here. Oh yeah, we did have the, yeah, we got Euro news and Euro news in 4 minutes. So potential rebuys on the 15-minute breakout. Let's have a look at the Euro here. Let's have a look. It's quite good. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, Alex. GK, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, we got Euro news and big Euro news in 3 minutes here, guys. 3 minutes. What could we see for this? What could we see for this Euro news? Well, we got a lot of Euro news. We got initially we got French PMI, and then we have German PMI as well. So we got 2 lots coming out. Daily time frame on the Euro, very bullish. Yeah, 4 hour. Yes, definitely 4 hour morning star. The only thing is, you did actually liquidate the highs. So you've kind of grabbed the highs, which is my liquidity grab. If I was buying the Euro, I'm buying up into this high here because that's my liquidity level. Same as the way we trade gold. But you are kind of holding this resistance. To me, Euro looks good for a pullback. You've grabbed the liquidity. But again, though, you know, there's a fine line between trading what you think and trading what you see. Although I think the Euro could pull back, you know, does it make sense to think that when the Euro has just been straight bullish for so long? But that is an interesting liquidity grab here. Could fuel just a bit of a pullback before then getting bought back up. Let me just watch gold on my chart here, guys. 15 minutes. Let me have a look. We got 15 minutes, a little bit dodgy. We got time here, guys. We got time. Let's see. Let's watch this. Let's watch this Euro news. There's not just one piece of news, guys. We do have a lot of Euro news coming out. We got Euro news all the way until like 1:15. Yeah, you got Euro monetary policy statements at 1:15 London time as well. And you got the ECB press conference at 1:45. So the Euro could get pretty volatile today. But again, depending on how the news goes, if the news comes out bearish for the Euro, you could be looking at some decent shorts on the Euro. Some very decent shorts. Not really, Ash. No, not really, man. Can you please explain your multi-time frame analysis and execution on the 5 minute? Yes, I can, man. I can. Let's just I'll just see this 15-minute close on gold. Then yeah, absolutely, we can have a look. It's very important. If you guys also go onto my YouTube channel, look at that sunset behind me. You guys see the sunset? Look at that. Beautiful. Is that a good sign to full margin gold? Maybe. Yeah, if you guys go onto my YouTube channel, I did post a video last week about 2 losses I had, and the reason I show the losses is because you guys will learn a lot from the losses as well, and that kind of broke down the higher time frame as well. But yeah, I'm gonna gold trying to break back higher, guys. Let me just see. Let me have a look at gold. I might get back in longs on gold here in a second. Let's have a look. Potential 5-minute breakout coming here on gold. I may get long full size here in a second, guys. Full size. Let's see if we can get back above. 15-minute trying to get back higher. Let me just have a look at my currency chart. 30-minute trying to break back higher. 15 trying to break back higher as well. Would have been nice if we came for a 15 liquidity grab. If we get a bit of a bottom wick here on the on gold, we'll see if we can get back in here. Look at that 5 minute though. Broke above, broke back below. 5 minute fake out. 5 minute fake out. 15 minute breakout. Let's have a look at the euro. Oh wow, look at that big spike on the euro. Look at that. Big spike back to the resistance. Again, I think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be a plain sailing move on the euro. But if you can start breaking back below, you could see a decent pullback on the euro. Back down it's like 88. Let me have a look at gold. Yeah, see, gold on the 30 minute, it does still look like it needs a little bit more. I'm not super convinced by this gold play. The only thing I'm concerned on about gold, guys, is, you know, we've been selling off 250 ticks in Asia and we haven't really broken out yet. I mean, don't get me wrong, we did get a 30 minute fake out here. Not the biggest of fake outs though. This is still big resistance. I think if you see a closure above here, here to here, you know, 60 ticks, $600, I think that's a nicer play. But yeah, multi-time frame analysis, you know, all the way down to the 5 minute. What's the most important part is my daily time frame bias. That's my most important part. Understanding my daily time frame, my daily time frame bias, where my liquidity levels are sitting. You know, where the daily needs to tag, you know, that's the most important part. For instance, you know, when I see this daily coming down, grabbing the lows, holding support, this day I'm looking for longs. Same as on the 22nd, which we were talking about on stream. When I see this day close as aggressively bullish as it does, my daily time frame bias is super simple. It's just longs. When I see the daily grabbing highs and closing bearish, then my daily bias here is short. So daily bias is very, very important. It's also pretty simple. Like, it doesn't really take that much analysis. It maybe takes me, you know, couple seconds, a couple minutes to understand what is my daily bias. It's more so based on where's, you know, my daily and weekly liquidity levels. You know, you guys can see here, and my previous day highs and lows. That's what's the most important part. So for the example of the shorts that we spoke about in Asia, from the Asia market call. Oh, Mr. Woods, let's have a look, man. Yes, I like that, man. I like that. Theory for gold. Yep, I like that, man. I like that. Nice little fake out. Yeah, I agree. The thing is, if we get back above there, you know, pullbacks into that 34 in the currency is actually a very, very decent range. I like that, man. I like that. So the fake out resistance level from I'll show you, Andrew. I'll show you, man. So daily bias coming onto the chart today is, what did we do yesterday? Yesterday, we tagged previous daily highs, we held 3450, and we closed back below 3400. Therefore, my daily bias coming onto the charts today in Asia is shorts. So now I go look at the 4 hour, and I go, okay, cool, perfect. 4 hours pushing down. Not really too much else to add on the 4 hour for the most part. I'll look at my hourly chart, and I'll kind of look for intraday liquidity levels. I'll show it to you guys on this chart, because this is where I did the analysis this morning for the Asia market call. Is these are my liquidity levels when price was frozen. When price all the way back to here, what I was basically saying is, you know, pull back, come up and liquidate some highs, and then downside liquidity level is these previous day lows and this kind of 2 equal double bottom level. So when price does get up there, starts to let me just skip it on. Hold the resistance like this. You know, this is where we go short. And then, you know, where are we? Yeah, you tell them, Quinn. Then you're trying to get this continuation short down. Why are you going short today? Because your daily bias is bearish. Your daily bias is bearish after the massive sell-off and fundamental change yesterday on gold. And to be honest, it depends. Sometimes you don't even need to refine to the 5 minute. Sometimes, to be honest, you know, as soon as I maybe get this 30-minute closing, this candle here, I'll drop down to the 5 minute and try and short it. But to be honest, sometimes again, it depends on how consistent. Oh yeah, so I just showed it on. You guys have just seen it from the market this morning, just the levels from this morning. But you don't even need to refine to the 5 minute. Again, it depends on how consistent you feel like you are with gold. If you're still trying to learn gold and understand gold, I honestly wouldn't even worry about the 5 minute. The lowest I would go is 30 minute and 15. I would honestly remove the 5 minute. The 5 minute, I don't mind trading the 5 minute. Sometimes I've had good trades in the 5 minute. Sometimes I've had great trades just trading the 30 minute. I personally wouldn't refine too much. I would get comfortable at understanding gold on the 30 minute better, and then maybe, you know, look back and see how you could have refined later on. I wouldn't be too focused on it personally. But the only way I'll use the 5 minute is once I get that 30 minute breakout. If I get a decent 30 minute breakout with good volume, you know, I might want to refine to like a 5 minute morning star or a 5 minute liquidity grab. So for instance here, you know, you got a 5 minute fake out. Here there was a 5 minute morning star play, but I would only take 5 minute formations once the higher time frame has actually closed and confirmed the trade. The reason I entered long from down here is because I wanted to take a riskier trade. That's why I traded micros. It was risky because the higher time frame hasn't really broken out yet, but in terms of risk reward, it was worth giving it a shot. Risk to reward made sense, so yeah, I wanted to give it a shot. That's why I traded micros. Once gold actually breaks above here, I'll trade my normal one size. What time does the daily candle close? It depends what time you are. If you're talking about London session, I believe it's 10 p.m. Maybe actually, I think it's actually 11 London time. Yeah, 11 o'clock London time. Or 9 till 11, that's where you have that gap. So the 10 p.m. candles closed, markets reopen at 11. I wouldn't be watching Asia until like at least 1 a.m. London time. Again, but if you're in London, obviously, you know, you're not even trading Asia. But yeah, the new daily candle starts in London time, technically at 11. I wouldn't watch it until at least past 12. At least. So let's see here, guys. Let's see. We're trying to, I really want to see if we can get back above here. There's not a whole heap of volume here. What I like is that we do have this big trend line coming down. Look. To me, this looks like you could be going for a big liquidity grab. It's kind of the same thing that, remember, I haven't touched this since yesterday, guys. Remember we said the same thing yesterday. Big liquidity grab. You come up, big trend line coming down, you come up for these big liquidity grabs. Kind of pretty much the same thing here. I think a lot of people are trying to short gold here. The more likely you see these spikes higher. The only way I want to get back in here is if we can actually just have a bit of a breakout. Because we haven't really closed above anything just yet. That's the only thing. Oh, let's see, man. Hey, what's wrong with these trades today? Buying, we went long when we said we were shorting today, man. I wouldn't be buying gold. Yesterday, you're bearish, so definitely, you're definitely not looking for longs. I see the upside target, man, but I wouldn't be buying gold. You know, I wouldn't be buying gold in Asia after you've, you know, yesterday you sold off, you know, where is it? Here, like 600 ticks. And you also hadn't retested the 4-hour level. Here. The reason I'm looking for longs now is because the 4 hours back at the support. Well, if you look at this in a higher time frame, there's no real reason to see it reverse from here. If you're going to reverse from anywhere, it's back down. It's 4 hour resistance. That's the only thing I would really say, man. And that's the 15 minutes. So you took it. Where do you see? You took buys on the 15. Which candle did you take it, man? Let me see. So you took longs. Where did you get long? This one. Where did you get long? I'm missing it. Oh, here. You got long here. So you took a long here, right? How was the I mean, so your previous hourly close bearish. Higher time frame is bearish, man. Higher time hourly close bearish. Although there is a liquidity gap, there's no breakout. 30 minute also just closing bearish. Don't get me wrong. This is a nice, again here. This is a nice spike here. That's a pretty decent liquidity gap. That's actually a good read if you took it based off that. I just don't really have that much upside targets. I would probably see this hourly closure here, see this closing bearish, and then I wouldn't be like, okay, cool. Well, if I want to take, you know, breakouts, then I'd want to see a closure back above. Based off that, yeah, I like that 30 liquidity grab, man. I like this. This would be a good liquidity grab if, let's say, this was like the last 30 of the hourly, for example, because then it would give that hourly that nice rejection. But the hourly had actually still broken below a level of support. That's the only thing I would say, man. But again, you know, just because you took a loss doesn't always mean you did something wrong. I don't think it's definitely not a terrible trade by any means, man. You saw the trade, you took it, you know, it just didn't work, you know. That's just trading, man. I can see the reasons behind it. The only thing I would say is, and that's the only reason I'm looking for longs here now at this current hour, because this hourly did grab lows and is actually holding support. The reason I'm managing so aggressively is because we haven't really broken out here. It's kind of a similar trade, to be honest, man. So you know what would even be a better trade? Once this hour here came down, grabbed lows and held support, buying this hour would have been much better, because this is the confirmation that you're grabbing lows, holding support. So buying this 5 a.m. candle would have been a good trade. Like, that would have been a decent trade. You risk off the lower time frame, that would have been a worthwhile trade. Whether it works or not, that's still a good trade, because this hourly grab lows held support. Whereas buying this 3 a.m. candle when the hourly is actually closed bearish below a level is a little bit more risky. Yeah, that's the only thing I would say there, man. But again, the idea makes a lot of sense. Yeah, 100% Sam. Higher time frame closures will save you so many losses. Yeah, absolutely. Save you so many losses and save you trying to predict so much. You know, if ever I'm looking for, and this is kind of the way that I trade Asia, is, you know, if ever I'm looking for longs, and I was kind of watching Asia here today, I was looking for longs, you know, maybe back down below these levels once we already took the shorts. All I wanted to see is just price close above. So this hour closed below, so I'll walk away. I literally walk away for an hour, come back at the next hour and go, okay, cool, this hour is closed bearish, so cool, no longs. Then you can just kind of start to, you know, bring your level down. Okay, cool, here's my next broken intraday resistance. We're still pushing down, so okay, cool. Here's my next intraday level, support, broken, cool, so no longs just yet. Next intraday level, broken, resistance, so no longs just yet. Super simple. Super simple. And as soon as you do get that hourly closure above, then bam, then you go, cool, now let me trade the next hour. Them hourly closures are, hourly and 30 minute are like the two favorite closures on gold. Yeah, the blue is bullish, yellow is bearish. Blue is bullish, yellow is bearish, yep. Yeah, volume's a little bit quiet here, guys. That's why I'm staying a little bit patient here. I'm just waiting for this 30-minute closure. We got time here, guys. And that was, so far, we cut that trade pretty well. Cut it at -$60, which is very, very good. We'd now be sitting in drawdown, seeing this 15 close, potentially bearish, and get pretty worried out here. It's not about being right or wrong, like I said to you guys. It's about being wrong fast. What made me be wrong fast here is the fact that we tagged 30-minute highs within the first couple of minutes and instantly rejected. That's a pretty good reason to manage the trade. So far, good manage. Let's have a quick look at NQ here, guys. Let's have a look at NQ. Potential morning star play here in NQ. NQ trying to get a bit of a bounce here. What did the euro end up doing? End up euro break below, just kind of whipsawing. Yeah, kind of expecting a lot of whipsaw price action on the euro. A lot of whipsaw price action on the euro. You have euro news coming out all day, so. And you have the majority of the euro news coming out. ECB press conference at 1:45 London time, so the euro could get pretty aggressive today. NQ doesn't look too bad for a bit of a pullback here, though. You're getting the first 30-minute close of the London session here, guys. Grab the lows, holding support, potential morning star play shaping up here. Yes. Explain the fake out resistance trade you took earlier. The one we just took, man. The gold one I just took, this one. Yep. So the one we just took. So the main reason for looking for longs here on gold is the currency chart 4-hour time frame is tagging previous 4-hour lows, looking like we're going to have a bit of a reversal. So that's the main reasons for looking for longs here in the London session. Playing this range to come back up and retest these levels. So main reason looking for longs from down here is 4-hour is at major 4-hour support. The reason I triggered longs is because this hourly here came down, grabbed the lows and started to hold support. So you got a nice hourly rejection. And then we also saw a 30-minute fake out as well. So 4-hour support and daily support, 4-hour daily support, hourly liquidity grab and rejection, 30-minute fake out. So 4 reasons. The only reason I managed so aggressively is because we're right back at this resistance. I still do like the longs here. This trade is mainly based off the 4 hour. I just want to see us kind of just break out here. There's not a whole heap of volume. I do still like this trade. I just want to see some volume. Yeah, the whole reason for the longs is yeah, that 4 hour play. Monday was my first day on the combine. I've had 253 trades since then. Wow, wait. 1,236 Monday, 220 on Tuesday. And yesterday, 449. Would you consider 253 trades super high amount? Wow. I mean, does it work? What in the AI? Yeah, that's insane. I don't think I would even... Obviously, you know, a position is technically a buy in and buy out. So, you know, one trade is technically 2 trades, but 253? I would be very surprised if any profitable trading plan was giving you 253 setups in one day. I'd be very surprised. Yeah, it also sounds stressful. Yeah, it sounds very stressful. Sounds very, very stressful. Yeah, I would say overtrading. Yeah, you guys have to remember, you know, more trades doesn't equal more money. More trades equals more stress and more mistakes. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, Alex. I'm like, surely you got to be trolling. There's no way someone's taken 1,200 trades on a day. Yeah, need to lend him your whoop. Need to see his heart rate. Yeah, that sounds insane. Yeah, 1 to 2 max. Like I said, you guys, you know, some days I might get 3 trades max. Some days I might get none. You know, I don't. Let's say if yesterday I took 3 trades, I don't come onto the charts today saying, oh, today I have to also take 3. I come onto the charts every day with absolutely 0 expectations. I come onto the charts and say, okay, cool, this is my plan, these are my rules. How many times do they get met today? If they get met 253 times, then I'm probably still not going to take 253 trades, but yeah, there has to be algo. That has to be algo trading. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard that amount of trades. I tell you, a profitable trading system, I would be very surprised if it gives you that. Yeah, I'd be very, very surprised. And it also just sounds stressful and unnecessary. That's all. It just sounds very unnecessary. The more I trade, the more stressed I am. The less I trade, the better I trade and the more profit I make. More trades does not equal more profits. More trades equals more stupid decisions, which then equals more losses. You guys, I have a video coming up this weekend about my previous week. Last week was a $2,500 week here on Topstep. I took 3 trades that whole week. 2,500. 3 trades. That was it. Like I say, some days I might get, on average, I may be trading on average maybe 1 a day. Maybe. Look, that was last week. 1, 2. So 1 trade a day, 1 trade, 2 trades this day, 3 trades this day, 2 this day, 2, 3, 4, and then yesterday. I would say on average I'm 1 to 2 a day max. Some days none. Like I say, some days 3. There's never an expectation to have to take a certain amount of trades. I just take whatever the markets give me. Yeah, literally, Sam. Yeah, exactly, Tommy. Yep, exactly. Yeah, 100%, Craig. Yeah, that's the same as me. 3 is like my max. Because after 3 trades, like I emotionally and mentally can't make that many good emotional decisions a day. I just can't. So it's not just like, you know, although trading should be technical and mechanical, well, at the end of the day, we're humans. There's only a certain amount of emotional decisions, good emotional decisions that you can make in a day. For me, that's like 2 to 3. I can't take any more than that mentally. And that's also okay. You know, if you, again, some days I might come on the charts, I might take 1 trade and I'm just not really feeling it that day. And that will kind of be my one for the day. It all depends on how you feel. Gold trying to break back above here, guys. I'm tempted to get back in these longs here soon. Yeah, I'm gonna get back in longs here, guys. I like this. I like this 5-minute liquidity grab here. Nice little 5-minute liquidity grab. I need to see this drive with volume. I need to see this push. That's a nice 15 liquidity grab. If we break previous 30-minute highs, this could be good. We just need to break out of this annoying little range, and we should be good. Risking about 250 here. See if we can make about 900. He just had a 5-minute liquidity grab. It's also a 15 liquidity grab of the previous 15 lows. We want to see if we can get back above here. We just need to break this. Range. If this 5-minute flips, then I'll trail below this current 5 low. My target's 91s at least. I think this 4-hour could come up much higher, to be honest. But for an intraday trade, maybe here max. 300 would be my max loss limit today. Average trade time. We can have a look at the stats, man. We can have a look. Yeah, 5-minute. Yeah, the 5-minute. I mean, the 5-minute is ugly here. It is. This is just a nice. This was a nice liquidity grab here. If we re-break this low, then you don't want to be in the trade. So you don't need like this. This is enough. If you re-break this 5 low, you don't want to be in the trade. If this 5-minute doesn't even drive, I'll manage. You want to see this 5 flip bullish and drive here. My average trade time, I say, it's probably around 30 minutes. But we can have a look in here in a sec. You should trade many positions a day. It doesn't suit me. Yeah, same as me, man. Yep, better for my psychology. Stay longer with one position. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. I just think, yeah, you know, some people, again, that's why it's good to kind of understand what suits you best. Some people love to scalp, you know, the 1 minute. Some people like to day trade and, you know, let their trades breathe a little bit more. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I like that, man. Protect the mental and finance capital is a must-have. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. This, if we re-break previous 30-minute highs, we will be good to drive. We just need to break them highs. If we can. If we can't, then, you know, we can range. But if we re-break these previous 30-minute highs, we could be good. Come back low here, guys. I'm gonna keep in stops below this low. I don't want any lower than that. That 15 was looking really nice for a liquidity grab and a breakout. I'm not sure what we're gonna drive from here. We've got 2 minutes. Let's see. If we bounce from here, stoppers will be there. Only risking about 26 ticks here. Where's that volume, Goldie? How much do I risk? 200 to 300 maybe. I'm risking 300. Ideally, I'm trying to keep my losses below 200. It depends on the trade, to be honest. But on average, yeah, I'm trying to keep my losses there. Opinion on daily loss limit for a 50? 500. 500 is more than enough. $500 more than enough. Let's see, guys. This is the last level I need to see held. Came down, grab lows, close bullish. So if we drive from here, you know, I may have stops in below here, risking like maybe 220 here. Let's see if we get that volume gold. Yeah, 500 for a 50 is, yeah, more than enough. More than enough. I'm not gonna set a hard TP, guys, but I'm trying to see if we can play into these areas. Depends on the volume. My TPs do depend on the volume. So does my risk. 15-minute trying to get back above, not really driving too much. NQ looks a little bit choppy as well. Let's have a look at the euro. Euro whipsawing around as well. It's not going to be an easy day on the euro, that's for sure, guys. I think gold's probably looking the cleanest. We just need that volume, Goldie. Just need that volume. How's this 5 looking? If this 5 closes bearish like this, guys, I'm tempted to manage. I wanted to see this have a quick drive. I don't really want to see this 5-minute close bearish. I wanted to see it actually flip and push, because there's no top wick. That's the reason I was happy to hold. No top wick means that I was seeing if we could create one. And if it closes bearish, I'm tempted to close. Let me see. If it closed bearish 20 seconds, guys, I may just get out here. I wanted to see us drive already, Goldie. Oh, you're probably going to squeeze low. 10 seconds here, guys. 10 seconds. Nah, you're going to tag the lows now. I'm closing there, guys. I'm closing. 300. That's it. That's me it for the day here, guys. That'll be me it for the day here on the Express. Yeah, lots of chop here. Lots of chop here. The 15 was looking beautiful. We were tagging the lows. We were flipping bullish. You know, that's a good buy stop. Even if you had a buy stop on that 15, you know, you're risking where this 15 low is. That was looking good. But a lot of chop. So we're creating a pretty aggressive range here. We got big resistance here. We got big support here. So now we have to wait for a breakout here. Minus 60, then what? Minus 250 there. Like I say, I don't want to keep stops, you know, too low. Oh man, is it just if this 5 minute just reverses, I'm not going to chase it. 15 just, sorry, 5 minute just closed bearish. So you had a nice look at this. You had a nice fake out. You closed below, you closed back above. You had a nice liquidity grab here. Beautiful liquidity. Look at this 5 minute liquidity grab. Came down, grabbed lows. That was the flip of the 15 as well. And the 5 minutes closed bearish again. So closure, you cut it straight away. If we reclose back above, I mean, the re-entry is there. Like I say, the range is worth it. Where's our chart gone here? The range is, you know, you're trying to play it up into here for like a, you know, $900 trade, but it's just the volume. The risk reward makes sense. You know, you're risking 200 to make 900. I just don't like this. I just don't like this volume. Yeah, accumulating for the breakout. Yeah, I think so, man. It's looking likely. We got the 15 minute close in 3 minutes. 15 was trying to flip. Look, you came down, grabbed the 15 lows, which was looking good. You know, there's your liquidity grab. There's your potential morning star play. Maybe a bottom wick on the next 15. It makes sense. It does. You just need to push. Like I say, gold. You know, yeah, London Vault. Yeah, that's the only thing with gold. It is the only time you do take losses on gold is just when there's just low volume. And London session, yeah, I agree. Across the board, it looks very, very. Look at this on NQ. Lots of chop. Copper, not really doing too much. We already know the euro's chopping, gold's chopping. The thing is, though, guys, be watching this breakout, because when this does break out, this area looks great for a retracement. I really like this range here. I also like it on the higher time frame. See, the only thing is this 30 minute going to grab the highs and form an evening star, or is it actually going to break them both? I think our safest option, if we want to give this trade another chance, is just wait for this to actually break the previous 30 minute highs. Yeah, I like that, Craig. Yeah, I like that, man. I think it makes the most sense. Yeah, closure. Yeah, at least closure above here. If I'm gonna get back in, yeah, closure above there makes the most sense. Oh, we just got stuck with a little 5 minute fake out there, guys. Look at that. Literally. How often do we see that on gold? Very, very, very rare. 2 5 minute fake outs and 2 liquidity grabs. Yeah, that is Goldie being Goldie today. I'm pretty confident you're going to break the previous 30 highs now, which is what we were initially anticipating. I mean, you know, if the 15 breaks out, I'll give it another chance, but it may just be at smaller risk because I want to see us break this range. The 30 minutes still trying to get back above here. Yeah, that's the thing. That was a lovely liquidity grab. Look at this. Came down, grabbed lows, closed back above this little range here, which was also the flip of the 15. So we took the break of the 15 high, but then bam, straight back down, straight back above, down, above, down, above, down. So 15 close in 1 minute. What's my whoop telling me? My whoop's telling me you're in a high stress zone now. Let's have a look. The whoop's telling me gold is ranging. How do I see my 79 beats per minute? Is that good? Yeah, definitely, mate. People have full margin for sure. Me minus $300 is fine. Yeah, 76 beats per minute. That's not too bad. What's my average? I think that's good. Short gold? No, not short gold. Why would you short gold at 4 hour support? It doesn't make sense. 15 minute close coming in here, guys. So still closing bullish. Bottom wick, and I may give this another chance here, guys. We get a good bottom wick, I'll give it another chance. Yeah, no looking. Yeah, both of us are going to get it. 15 bottom wick, and I'll get back in playing a 15-minute morning star here. 15-minute did exactly what I kind of wanted it to do. Just a 5-minute, which has been the 5-minute. That's what I'm anticipating here, the 15-minute morning star play. So you came down, grabbed lows, closed bullish. That's what, you know, when the 15 already created the bottom wick and then started to flip, I was like, okay, that should be good. It then flipped, came all the way back down again, and then rebroke higher. Look at that for a 5-minute fake out. So I may get back in here in a second, guys. I may get back in. Maybe on the break of the highs. See, I don't want to take the break of the highs because then you get stuck in a buy at the resistance. But that 15 was a pretty decent close. Very, very nice 15 close. That's kind of what I was anticipating how we would close when I took the trade off that 15 morning star. Yeah, what would it be like 400 trades here? Imagine we're at what we at? We're at 81. It'll go up to the 90s if gold does flip here. I'll tell you that much. So what's the let me see. What time is it? We got 15 minutes until this hourly's gonna close. How's the hourly looking? Yeah, see, hourly hasn't really done that much yet. Hourly hasn't done that much yet. NQ chopping as well, guys. I think this hourly closure is gonna be key here. See, the 15 does look nice, but has the hourly made sense? Not really, not yet. And this 30 minutes trying to form an evening star here as well. So I think our best bet, guys, if we're going to get a re-entry, which I still think this is going to be a good trade. Now, we're not just going to start buying for no reason just because we took a little loss. We'll buy when it makes sense. I think, like Craig said, I think the most logical buy is the 30-minute closure above. 30-minute closure above, you've still got from here to here. That's still a 700 tick range. Sorry, a $700 trade, 70 tick range. You know, like I said, guys, you keep the losses small, you make the losses back quick when it makes sense. You don't just jump in for no reason. Yeah, I could maybe grab some lows. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, different. Yeah, different. There's no right or wrong answer. You know, I don't think it's 4 hour support. It is 4 hour support. That's the difference. That's the difference. You think that this is a reverse level. I see that this is support. Alright, he's getting banned. Yeah, banned, timeout, instant timeout. If you sell this 4 hour support and this flips bullish, you're going to look back and go, why on earth was I trying to sell support? Look at this 5-minute chop here, guys. Lots of chop. Don't even think too much. It's just we're ranging. There's no thought process needed here. Look at this 5. Have a look at oil. Oil have a nice little bounce. Oh, big liquidity wick on oil. Look at this. Big grab. Oil's interesting though, because oil you do have big level here. And you do still have some highs to come back and tag around 66.5. 66.5. Oil could still shape up for longs. I still like oil longs here. I like oil swing longs in the higher time frame. I think oil has a lot of room to retrace. A lot of room to retrace. NQ, let's see. NQ trying to break back lower. Hourly. Again, it's where's our level on NQ? Call it a day? Nah, don't call it a day, man. There's plenty of time. So it's not even 9 AM London time. Loads of time. You've got loads of time. You just got to let the markets come to you, man. Yeah, set the alerts. Exactly, man. Absolutely. Set the alerts and walk away. Don't call it a day after a single loss. Just let the markets come to you. Let the markets develop. Get some volume. Then you get your trade later on. Just get the trade when the time is right. But you can't just call it a day just because you took a loss. I mean, you can. But you definitely can. I personally don't. And unless, you know, the only way I call it a day is if, you know, we just continue to range on the higher time frame on gold. But like I say, it's you know, it's not even 9 a.m. London time. You got loads of time. Just let the markets come to you. Good exit there, guys. Good exit. And making me trade more. Yeah, no. I say, yeah, you definitely can call it a day. I personally wouldn't call it a day just because it's not shaping up yet. It just means you need to give it time. Yeah, big grab, tag and previous hour lows, so good exit there. Yeah, at least an Audi close, man. You're probably looking more towards like maybe 10 a.m. though. If you're going to get trade, you're more so looking toward 10 a.m. London time. 10 a.m. So good management there, guys. Yeah, we got 250 trades. What do you mean? We got another 1,250 trades today. I got loads of time. 1,000 trades. We're just warming up. We're just warming up here. I'm the gold short. Yeah, you got the gold shorts, man. I'll give credit where credit is due. You got the nice. You need to get the nice shorts. We'll bought it. Yeah, for me, if I'm going to get a trade on gold, yeah, it's very likely going to be a closure on the next. At least, thing is, if this hourly closes bearish, then we're not going to be buying gold anytime soon. But I would be watching for hourly fake outs. I think you could get an hourly fake out from here. Hourly fake outs could be very, very interesting. We're getting some volume here, though, right when we have to jump off. Is NQ getting some volume? Let me see gold on the currency chart here. Look at that 15 on gold. Look at that 15. It's just a little bit... I just don't really want to sell gold here, personally. Not to say you can't, you know, it can't push down. It's more so just not really my... It's just not my plan to short gold here. To me, if I short gold here and it pulls back, like we have done every 4 hour this week, that we've made, you know, lots and lots of good trades on it, just doesn't really make too much sense. But yeah, if the hourly closes bearish, yeah, you're going to have to see at least an hourly fake out. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and that's a good point. Yeah, I agree. This could be a big profit taking level as well. Could be a big profit taking level as well. I agree. I agree. We got time, guys. We got time. Don't chase it though. Don't chase it. Don't force it. Like I said to you guys, you know, you walk away for an hour, you come back, and you know, before you know it, makes sense again. But if you try and force it, you know, you lose money by the time, you know, the next opportunity comes up. You know, you'll kick yourself for not waiting for it. That's the way it always goes. Yeah, I agree, Mark. Yeah, I really think this can have a steep liquidity grab higher. I really think a lot of people are getting trapped in shorts here. Before you know it, gold can have a big pullback here. Again, though, that's, you know, what you think and what's right in front of you, two very different things. I think a reacting to an hourly fake out could be a very nice play here, which we'll see how it plays out when we jump back on tomorrow. Stream from Australia, man. It's coming up to my phone's dead. Almost 6 p.m. Yeah, true, Daniel. Yeah, very true. Very true. Zoom guys, give me 2 seconds. YouTube guys, I'm going to wrap up there. I'm happy to take the minus $300 there. To me, $300 is still good risk management. You know, I can still give my trade another chance here for today, but the key is you give your trade another chance only when it makes sense. To me, it doesn't really make sense to start forcing it. If I'm going to see, you know, gold hold this 4 hour support, which I was happy to give a test, I'm going to very likely wait until 10 a.m. And if 10 a.m. you get a nice hourly fake out, 11 to pre-New York, you get some very nice buys. But in the meantime, don't trade what you think, trade what you see. And we'll be back again, same time again tomorrow. So appreciate you guys taking time to tune in. First loss of the week. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll end the week off strong. Trade safe, guys. And I'll see you all then. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.